Thank you. I'm going to be doing the demonstration downstairs. As Debbie said, we have 2 of the Flatbed scanners. They are available for checkout. It's going to be a 3-week checkout period. It's kind of like checking out a kit from the library. And then I'll show you the different components. So if you do check it out, you're just going to want to make sure you return it with all the little parts. But it's a really great scanner, and I'm really looking forward to demonstrating them.
And if we have some more time after we get through with the scanner, if you want to ask a question down there of Suzanne or any of the other staff, you can. And if you want to see something else demonstrated.
Yeah, we have the other 2 scanners as well.
Okay, so I guess we're ready to move downstairs then. So we'll meet everyone down there in the genealogy section.
Okay, we're ready to get started?
Me too.
All right, great. All right, so this is the Flatbed scanner. We have 2 of them. So it comes in this pack, so you consider it like a kit, okay? We're going to open it up. Here's the scanner. And then in the front pocket is our quick start guide. And this is actually very good. This is what I used when I was first getting started with it. You can look at their website too. But if you follow the directions in the quick start guide, you'll be good to go. I think it's an easy scanner to use. So the information packet is here. And then this is here. This is the adapter, and it's attached, okay? So that's part of the kit. The other part of the kit is going to be this little SD card here. So you're going to want to make sure, if you check it out, when you return it, it must be returned with the card.
But in the meantime, you can use your own SD cards in there instead of that one, right?
I hadn't tried that. I had tried this one. And then I'll show you how that works with the adapter.
There shouldn't be a problem.
As long as it's the same kind.
Yeah, it is a 16 gigabyte.
And you're calling that an adapter. What does that adapt to?
The SD card.
Oh.
So what you can
So you
do,
plug it into USB?
yeah, what you can do, yeah, I'll get there, but once you save your scans onto it, I was able to insert this right into my computer. If you don't have an SD card slot, you stick it in here.
Oh, I see.
And then you plug it in like a flash
I
drive.
see.
So it's really handy.
I didn't see the plug-in.
Yeah. All right, but just so you know, this is going to be in here. Now, it is an SD card, but there is also software on this card. The Flatbed software. Okay, so to turn it on, it's just this little button here, and you just hold it for a second, and you'll see that it lights up. Okay. All right.
Turn it around so we can see the button.
It's this gray one on the side. So all you do is you just hold it up for like 5 seconds and let it down.
On your
If you
SD
want to
card,
look at this, you can.
on your SD card,
Uh-huh.
you said it's got software on it.
Yes, it's an
Okay.
SD card with built-in Flatbed software.
Okay, but it's,
And I'll tell you when you would use that software.
well, I was just asking, or just wondering, if you transfer, or if you do photographs, for instance, they load to that SD card?
Yes.
Okay, and then you transfer them and erase them, or
Yep.
they stay on there, or?
They stay on there
So,
until you
how do
erase
keep
them.
from erasing the software that's on there?
I don't think you can. I think
So it's-
would be pretty tough to do. Because I'll show you on the other computer
Usually on
screen.
the SD cards, they have a little switch on them, you know, so that you can't erase them.
There's not a switch, but later I'll show you on the computer, and I'll show you how it would be pretty difficult to accidentally do it.
I just didn't want to.
Yeah. If you accidentally do it, tell us. But I think it would be pretty difficult to just inadvertently do it. So,
Okay.
So we've got it turned on. It was just that one button. All right, so now we're ready to start scanning. We just open it up, okay? And So here is a photo of my mother's mother. Okay. And this is taken in New York. My mom's like, are you going to use the one where she's got the big bow in her hair? I said, yes. So that's this one. Okay. And all you do, you just put it on the bed and you align it in the corner here. Okay? So just like using a photocopier, you close that and then you tap this green button. And it's doing the scan, and you'll see it's putting the photo in the little view panel. Okay. So you can see, can everyone see now how my grandma's picture is in that little window?
Yeah, and it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
What's the default resolution that it scans to?
Okay, it will do either 300 DPI or 600 DPI. I set it to 600. When I did it with the 300 with my quality photos, I didn't think it came out nice enough, but it might work. How you tell, there's these two little yellow stars. If there's two of them, it's 600 DPI. If there's one of them, it's 300. So can everyone see those two little stars in the window? The two teeny tiny yellow stars?
What did you do to do the setting?
I'll show you that. Okay.
And most people, you probably know the higher the number, the more
The better.
resolution.
Yeah.
the-
So in order to change,
And also the bigger the file.
Yeah, and that you'll have less room on your SD card if you
Right.
do them
It
higher.
takes longer to scan.
And it takes longer to scan, but you probably are gonna want the 600.
I think so.
300 is very small.
Now, in order to change the resolution, and this is all in the quick start guide, which is how I figured it out. And it was easy for me to figure out. And it's just these little arrows here. You do that up arrow, okay? And that gives you this menu. And there's a 300 or a 600. And you literally, there's a little green check mark, and you move it, whoops, down, and then either on 300 or over to 600, okay? So to get this little window, you go up.
And then push in.
And then to do a 300 or 600, you have to go down and then left or right. Kind of like using like a VCR menu or something where you're sitting there with the little buttons, but it's in there, okay?
And then you just push the center enter button.
Exactly, yep. So you choose whether you want 300 or 600, and then just click there and click again, and it gets you back to your little screen. Okay. All right. So, who has a photo they'd like for me to try? I see you've got one.
Just happened to be.
I have a question. That's clear on the bottom, so when it's scanning, is that whatever it's sitting on, is that affecting
No.
it?
And if you come here, that's what's nice. You're not getting this green sort of stuff.
But the bottom is open, I'm saying.
Exactly. And what you get is just solid white.
The top of the scanner.
No, the bottom of the scanner, it's open.
Flipping it over.
Flip over and look at it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It-
So
yeah,
that
it-
doesn't
Scan
it knows
Give your
which one
picture,
you're using.
Scanning up.
But you can use the bottom, right?
Yeah, you can, and I'll show you that. You can flip
Okay,
it over
I
and
see.
do it that way,
All right.
which is really cool too. Because
The bottom glass, isn't that just for when you're laying it on something, flipped over and laid
exactly.
on? Just so you can,
Okay, I was
Yes.
wondering how you got a book on that. That's- I see.
You would, yeah, that's, so what you're gonna do, so like if you have a photograph and it's loose, you can just easily put it on the bed, right? So she's got loose photos. And you just gently put it that way. Everyone can see. And then,
So the upper right corner.
yeah, yeah, so this, here.
May I have your attention, please? The
Probably has an arrow up there.
on the line
There
will
is.
close in 1 hour. If you need to apply for a library card, please proceed to checkout desk.
So you just gently put it there, and then close it, tap that green button, and now it's gonna scan it.
Can you put a white sheet of paper or anything on top of that to
I didn't have
affect
to.
it? It just
You-
takes the top of the scanning
I'll show you.
cover, I guess.
The lid has a white background
Has
on
white
it.
background.
Yeah, I was wondering about that too. And you don't have to worry about the surface you're placing it on. Because see, it's just gonna do the scan.
And this, and the top of this is white, so it's, okay.
And I tried on different surfaces.
And it doesn't.
Is it battery operated,
It is.
or will it charge? Can you charge it, or you have to put batteries?
Rechargeable.
Yeah, it has to be AA batteries.
You could use rechargeable batteries, but you have to take them out and charge them.
But anyways, once you've pressed that green button, it's automatically on that card. So you don't have to do anything further. Okay. I'm gonna wind up with two of those, but that's fine. All right. So that's like if you have a loose photo, you just put it there, close the lid, hit the green button, okay? Now, if you have a book or something in a scrapbook, what you can do, oh great, yeah, you can
Good size.
take this thing off very gently. It just gently pops out, okay? And now you flip it over. That's the flip part of it. Okay, and what it'll do on the flip part, the window here has a guide, and so it'll basically do what's in. I did one. It did about this size photo. Okay. For bigger photos, what you do is you take more than one picture. Okay, and the directions say you have to overlap it by at least an inch. Otherwise, the software is what'll stitch them together, but if you don't overlap it by an inch, it won't work, because that's what I did wrong, and mine didn't work when I tried it yesterday. So I figured it out, okay? But what you do, you just go ahead. Yeah, like if you want to align it there.
She's got a big phone.
Yes, it's-
Oh, great, okay, I could do that. Yeah. But yeah, you could do a book, a photo, okay. So what you want to do, so we'll put part there, okay? And then we're just going to hit that green button.
So the scan is actually edge to edge.
You have to overlap it by an inch.
I know, but what I'm saying is the edge of the photograph is actually the edge of the scan.
I think you're talking about,
Yeah,
is it gonna capture everything in the glass?
The border
yeah.
is gonna get on
Or
there.
is it gonna be everything in the lines?
It's going to be everything in the little lines, like,
There's lines on the
There's
screen
lines
that
on
we
the
can't
screen.
see.
because I'm standing
Okay,
too far
so-
away. See these little white lines? Can you see them?
Yeah, okay.
So you have to
I
get
see
within
what
the
you-
lines.
So if you wanted to do a scan without a border, then you have to move it over on the photograph so that you don't scan the border along with
Right.
it.
Correct.
Hold it up here closer. Let's see if we can get the
I don't know if you can see.
lines on here.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to see without a backdrop.
I can't see.
Yeah, when you're looking at it, you can see it. It's just a little, but okay, but like I said, you have to overlap it by at least an inch. So this is where this ends. So I'm gonna like start my next one about here, right? So I'm just gonna move it. So it's got at least an inch overlap. And then you hit that green button.
So you would actually, for that large of a photograph, you could actually do 4 of them,
I think so,
yeah. And then stitch them together.
exactly.
And it reads, it knows how to do it.
It knows how to stitch them, yeah.
That's the amazing part.
It'd have to, because I wouldn't.
Well, and that's the software that's in that little card.
I see.
And
Okay.
I'll show you, and it's just like having on a phone where you just click a little check mark on more than
Yeah,
one photo. You
yeah.
just click the ones you want, you hit stitch, and it does it. It's really cool. All right, so we'll move it.
Now, does it
Here.
do the stitching while it's?
No, later.
It does it on your
computer.
You have to do it on the computer.
On your computer, okay.
So what this is doing right now, it's just putting 4 different pictures on the card.
Okay.
and then you have to bring the card to the computer to do the stitching software.
And that's where you get the software is off of this card.
Yeah.
to
So
do
it,
that.
right, so I'm thinking if you wanted to use your own SD card, you could, you just couldn't do the stitching, if
So
that makes
really-
sense.
And
So
it may
really
be
you
that
need to
once it's
download-
on your computer, it's on your computer.
That I don't know, you might be able to.
I'll just bet you that they have free
Mm-hmm.
download software on their website.
They very well might, yeah.
And then all you'd have to do is just put your pictures in there and use your own software. Well, no, you just download it to your computer.
And use your SD card to take pictures.
Yeah.
So that you
And
can
use
keep
your
them
own.
on your card if you wanted to.
Yeah,
It's flip-pal.com.
yeah.
So. Okay. And then I saw them, so, thank you. I saw them in the, yeah, so there they are in the window. I saw them in the guide, like, you know, on their little online brochure. They had someone doing a quilt, and they were putting it over different parts of a quilt. So you might be able to get embroidery. I would think you could put it over a scrapbook, you know? Now, what's nice about this is it's mobile and portable. If you just want to come in, we also have very nice scanners that can accommodate a larger picture. You could just put it on there, do a scan, email it to yourself, and that's easy too. So it just depends. And we've had people bring in like large framed, you know, wedding photos and all sorts of photos. So I think if you have a very large photo, not that this isn't great, but that might be a tad more practical if you're in the library. But anyways,
You also put that on flash stick.
yes.
Take it out of here. you
So is
got
there a
it in your
charge for
hand.
using that?
No, our scanners in the library, they're free to use and it's free to save to a flash drive. If you want to make a printout, they're 15 cents. Okay. So now what I'm going to do, I'll just turn the little scanner off. Okay. And I'll take the little card and we'll go to my computer at the desk and I'll show you the next step. So. Yeah. And this is the other thing, if you're here, we can help you with the scanners too, like if you bring it in, so. It's, you know.
Are you going to talk anymore about the
I think I'll do
scanner?
that.
I mean, other than on the computer?
Pardon?
Are you going to say any more about using the scanner other than on the computer? 'Cause
No, I'm going to go to the computer and then I'm going to demo our other scanners.
I just wanted to show, I have one, but I haven't used it a whole lot. But
Oh, you have it
I got
right
some of
too.
the extra
Uh-huh.
somewhere.
I was looking, they were on Walmart's website today, they were
So
just
they
a
have
little
a,
under 200.
Yes.
do you have those with?
No. They had gotten a genealogy kit, and this is important. You can get it's like a protector. You know how
Right.
you can get like a phone protector? They can buy these protectors to put on there.
And that,
I'll mention it to Linda, but no,
that
we
is,
hadn't ordered
you can get the protector, but you also, this one is more, like if you have a photo that you want to identify, like you can scan the photo, and then you can put this over it and like write Mom, Dad, Uncle Joe, and then scan it again.
Oh, cool.
And
That's
then
a
you
good
have
idea.
a copy that's identified. 'Cause or else you can scan the back of the photo if they happen to have written it on that. But
When you scan,
kind of-
when you scan, does it date stamp it?
It does. Well, what it does, okay, let me qualify that. You can set it so that it has a date stamp. I didn't do that part because as soon as I plug this into my computer, the file has a date stamp. And like, it was a date stamp that was like 2 minutes apart.
So they sell
And then
them
you can
brand,
identify.
probably.
Right, but I think if you were gonna do them and then
Yeah,
wait a
I-
while, you might wanna do it twice. But I didn't think it made sense,
Right.
since the minute I plug it into my
Did you
computer.
order yours from the?
Yeah, but you
I
can,
did
And then
get
you
this
can
from
change
Chappell.
the title.
exactly.
Or
But you can do it, you just do it from that little drop-down
Yeah,
menu.
yeah.
And you just, it's very easy to do, it's like setting an alarm clock. So, okay, so I'll have
I probably will have it.
I'll have everyone, please, sorry, if we could have everyone please follow me to my computer here. And if I need to, I can take smaller groups maybe, you know, and do it a few times. Or you guys can come on when. Sorry. Hey, Jennifer, I'm sorry. Oops, I'm gonna need the spot now. I'm gonna, yeah, for my demo. I'm sorry.
Oh, you want to do one over there?
Uh,
So more people can see it?
I don't know if can I get it all of the, can I get it all of the file folders? Because Demario's been working
Yeah,
on it.
no,
I'm
you
worried my
can.
menu won't work.
No, it was.
Yeah?
They were working. I mean, I just think that they would be able to see the computers over there better.
I'll try it, but Demario, like, when I talked to him, he was gonna have it out of order for like 2 weeks. Were we doing something to it?
Oh, no, it was working this
Yeah?
weekend.
Okay.
Is Jamario here most every day?
Demario,
Jamario.
the computer guy, he's not here at
Or
all.
Jabari?
Or Jabari.
Oh, Jabari is the one that
There's-
I wanted to talk about.
Yeah, there's Jabari and Demario. I was like, yeah, okay, great.
Yeah, this
So,
is a new guy.
I'll try here and then if I have to move.
And I'm saving everything if you do need to.
See if I can hit that password. All right, I'm locked in on the screen.
Are you? Okay. Digital readers? That's okay, we're here.
So everybody could see it.
Come on, guys.
Okay, those that want to hear, come close. And we're recording, so please keep conversations down.
That's okay. What we need, okay,
You need a USB port.
yeah, exactly. If there is,
Is there one on the keyboard?
yeah, there's a port back there. So, okay, if you have an SD card slot, you just slide it right in, right? This one doesn't appear to have it, so that's when I'm going to put it into my adapter. And I plug it in. Okay. So, in your the My Computer, you're just going to go ahead and, okay, it's showing up as a removable disk. When I plugged the little thing in, it showed up as FlipPal. And then here is this Win FlipPal Toolbox 4, okay? And there's one for Mac, so there's a Mac, there's a Mac Toolbox too if you have Mac. But this is Windows, so I just click on. Okay, so here is our FlipPal Toolbox 4, okay?
Talk a little louder so we can hear you.
Oh yeah, here is the FlipPal Toolbox 4, okay? And what you do, it'll say Easy Stitch. And it's detecting my SD card. So I just double clicked on Easy Stitch. And it's got these are scans I did the other day. And then these are the scans we did today. So can everyone see the scans? Okay. So here's some I did the other day. Just different, this is just the different photos that are on the little card. And then here are the ones you want to stitch together. So we want to select the scans we want to stitch together and then click Start Stitching. So we're going to do this one, this one, this one, and this one. And then we're going to click Start Stitching. And it's taking the 4 images and stitching them.
It takes a while. Huh?
Yeah.
This is why coming down here and using their big scanner might be faster. Yeah. I have quite a few of these pictures that are that size.
That's the thing. Yeah, so that's why, I mean, this is a really cool feature. You know, if you were checking it out and traveling with it, you might not have access to our big scanner, but quite honestly, it might just be easier to put it on the big scanner and it's done.
How busy is the big scanner generally?
It depends. During an evening like this, not too busy. On the weekends, Saturdays especially will be busier. It can really vary. They'll send down people from the other end to use it, you know. So you get more business type functions during the weekdays, you know, like 9 to 5. Mm-hmm. In the evenings, I'd say, you know, easier to get on there. But you shouldn't have to wait too long. I mean, people don't do whole books, you know.
Did it work?
Yeah, it did. Come on, see.
There it
Oh,
is.
everyone can go take a look and see. I'll get out of the way.
Oh, yeah. How about that?
No. Yeah. So
As opposed to driving down here parking.
Yes.
just us.
Are they going to let other people check them out?
Anyone can check them out with a valid Fort Worth library card. So, but it'll all be. You know, the word. So it's going to rush, but yes. So, but the thing is, if you have the library card and it's valid, we know who you are, we know your contact information. It's considered a kit in case parts of it are lost. People are liable for it.
Yeah, you are responsible for.
So you want to consider that too.
Now, when you say that, how big is that? I mean, if you printed it out, would it be the same as the original, or is it going to be smaller, or what?
Can you enlarge it so we can see what kind of resolution there is?
It should be a 600 DPI because that's how I scanned it. This here is not enlarging on this computer. However, I would think you could take this, open stitched image. I would think you could take it and bring it to what I did is I saved it to my computer and I saved it to my own flash drive. Like I took them off of here. And I would think you could bring it to Kinko's and have them print it however you want it. You know what I mean? Like just bring your flash drive.
Any photo software you have.
So if you close that, is it now back on here again?
Yeah, it'll stay in here until it's deleted out.
Okay, so what if we close it? So now we have the stitched image down at the very bottom, right?
Yep, stitch.
Okay, and if you open that, do you have the ability to save it at that point?
I would not do that at home.
You
but
can.
Out in the field.
Oh, you can put it in Dropbox.
Yeah, once you have an image,
You have access to a computer.
I clicked on share. You can put it on Facebook. You can put it Picasa, Dropbox.
Okay.
But
it didn't. But it doesn't like open on your screen so you can see what you got.
No, but you know, the thing is, the computer guy's been working on this computer, so
So-
it might open on your computer at
Okay.
home,
Yeah.
you know?
Who knows?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so but when you stitch it, it's going to save it back to the same place where all the pieces were.
Exactly.
So you end up with everything all in the same place if you then want to copy all of that.
Exactly.
To somewhere else.
Yeah, see, this is the 4, the 1, the 2, the 3, the 4.
Okay.
And this is the stitched one.
Okay.
And it says stitch, so.
Okay.
And then, let's see, open story schemes folder. Let's see. That has anything. Okay. The other place, so that was the toolbox. When I went into DCIM, that had my scans.
Oh, so you'd open it from there.
And that's how I saved them.
Okay, and you would, I bet if you double click it, you can open it from there.
Yep.
There you go.
Yep. Wow. And then evidently it has, and then I guess you would,
Shrink it.
yeah, see. And then, like,
Wow.
it's not.
That would also help you identify the people in the picture that you're having trouble figuring out who they are. Luckily, my really old ones have all the names on the back, but some of the ones that aren't quite so old don't have all the names on the back.
But yeah, I'll show you guys that again. See the Win Toolbox software was the one that had the stitching software. But if you just want to view the photos, if you click on this one file that was called DCIM, and then the bottom one, it has all of the scans, the ones I made the other day. So I think what you would then need to do once you've made your scans is just delete them out of here. What I did is I took them and I saved them to a flash drive. And I also, when I was at my computer, I saved them to my computer. It allows you to share them to Facebook if you want to do that. I hadn't deleted them yet, but I wanted to have some for our demonstration. So, does anyone have any questions?
It saves them to JPEG files?
It is, yeah, it's a JPEG.
Before you go on, would you introduce this?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Hey, she asked me to introduce them. Hey, no, Jennifer, Debbie asked me to introduce you to the group.
Oh, I actually was having her with some of her research.
Well, you're here enough to be staff, but you're not.
I'm not on the staff. Usually I'm bugging the staff.
But this is Jennifer Brancato. She's our archivist. So if you have a question like that torn photograph, I would recommend asking Jennifer and getting her opinion.
I also deal with donations.
Yes.
Of collections here and things like that, and process the collections that we do get donated.
And Jabari, if I can have him, this is Jabari. He is our library assistant, and he is excellent with genealogy, any genealogy questions, and he's very good with all the scanners and equipment as well. So if you want to bring things down here, don't worry, we'll help you use the scanners. So don't let that be a deterrent. So. Yeah, well, yeah, see, he's got working on a tree. And then this is Ruth, who should be on staff.
Yes, she's consultant.
Ruth is going to speak for the
Consultant.
Yes.
I'm
yes.
a freebie consultant.
Yeah.
So if you want to go down and check out the Indus book scanner.
Yeah, I'll show you that next. And so now I'm just going to unplug this and close that out. And make sure I got the little cap and the card. Okay. All right. Let's see.
All right, I'm just telling you
All right, so now we'll go over to this.
The mail cats
Pardon me.
Now, does anyone have a large, oversized photograph? That would be a good one to demonstrate.
Bigger than the one I had.
The same one she had that was.
Yeah, that size or bigger is good.
I'll put two together.
Yeah.
Or three.
So, I mean, you can scan any size photo on
These
the
are
scanner. Yeah.
Bigger.
Okay. But yeah, they
And I
can
also have a,
absolutely. Yeah, it'll do something that big, and I'll show you.
well, and I also have like a book.
Yep, it'll do it. And actually, this is primarily designed as a book scanner, but it will also do photographs very nicely. When I do photographs, there are a few settings. I usually choose color, even when it's black and white. I just think it looks like it comes out more nicely. If you were just trying to get a low quality, like type photocopy from a book, you wouldn't have to do color, but for a photograph, you'd want that. You can put this on
Even on that, you'd want to catch the tones that are in the photo now,
Yeah,
and not turn it to pure black and white.
The sepia.
exactly, exactly. Yeah, and with the color, you're going to get all of that, yeah. So then what you do is you can either click scan with the mouse or hit this green button, and it's going to scan it from above.
Maybe.
Is this the Indus scanner?
Yeah, this is the Indus.
Okay, yeah. That's the one where you can email your,
You can email from here.
From there.
And and it'll say Indus. It's like a brand name like Kleenex.
yeah, that fooled me a few times when you first started doing that. Somebody's trying to send me something to crash my computer.
Okay, here we go. It should just go, but if
cool.
it doesn't, just get one of the staff. Let's see. Okay, so here you go.
Wow.
Okay. And you can see how it does have all of those nice tones.
Yeah.
Now, this had picked it up okay with the black background. If it didn't find it, you could always slide a white piece of paper underneath it sometimes, like if it's, but this, it did really nicely, okay? So now that you have this, you can plug in a flash drive and save it to a flash drive, or you can email it to yourself. Now this we had done as a PDF. If you want, we can do it as a JPEG. And then,
So it's still covered with her protector.
yeah,
It's not taking it.
Didn't take it off?
or anything.
correct. And you shouldn't have to take it out because, yeah, this one they also designed to do glossy magazines. So you shouldn't have too much trouble with that. But, yeah, I won't worry about that part. But, okay, so we've got the image, and then you can email it. So what is your email address? And
JS.
JS?
M-I-N-K-E.
M-I-N-E?
M-I-N-K-E
Uh-huh.
at gmail.com.
Okay. The JSMINKE@gmail.com. And then you just hit OK.
Yay.
And it will send it to, and it says email to jsmink@gmail.com. And in your inbox, you'll see something from the Indus scanner.
Okay.
So,
Great.
Oh, wow.
yeah. So that's why this is pretty handy. Now, it is designed as a book scanner, and this is what's neat about it. Like, let's say you want this page in the book. When you put this on the bed, oops, what it'll do is it'll, see
Wow.
how it'll,
So it doesn't break your book.
yeah, and it'll make a flat. So that's why it's designed as a book scanner. That's the book part. But it'll work.
Really old books.
Yeah.
They had a really old book here that I used.
Yeah.
I used this.
Well, and the really big books, they all
Yeah.
have little labels that say, do not take to the photocopier.
Yeah, and so if you can't put them on the photocopier, you should be able to do them here. So that's sort of what this is designed to do nicely.
Now, we do not pay to use this?
Correct. It's free for the scans. It's free to email. It's free to save to a flash drive. If you want a physical printout, it's 15 cents.
Wow.
cheap.
So,
That is cheap.
That's the black and white though, right?
yeah, my printer is not fancy. It's just black and white. It's just like one letter size piece of paper. So it's not, like if you want something really nice, you would just want to bring your image to like Kinko's, you know.
Is that a foot control?
Yeah, so like if you don't want to hit that or click there, you just tap this with your foot and it'll make it scan too. So people like to sit there, if you're doing a lot of pages in a book, they'll set up the book, they'll do one page, they'll turn it, they'll hit the foot pedal. Do another page, hit the foot pedal. And what it'll do is you can do several images in a row and then it'll email everything that's up here, okay? If it's too many, see this file size will be red, and then it's too big to email. I would say like 10 pages or less, you should be okay. Like you can't do like 30.
Photos probably less.
Yeah,
Bigger.
because they're gonna be bigger, yeah. But, okay. So that's this. And then when we do end session, that'll delete the current images and get it ready for the next one. And I have one more scanner to show you guys. So here's this one, and I'll do this one next.
Okay.
What was that image?
It actually is the 1899 Blanchard family reunion on Howard Street, and I'm going to guess it's in Wheaton, Illinois.
No, thank you. Just in case you get email. You have another scanner here?
Yeah.
Oh, right here.
Yeah, we're high tech.
Is this the one that we bought?
No, that one's back there.
Oh, okay.
That one's super nice too. So we'd probably let you use it. But
better
this is public use.
Okay.
Yeah, no, these are specifically designed to be strong enough to handle public use, like a lot of public use. Okay. Okay, you guys ready? Okay. Okay, now this one is a flatbed scanner, okay? So you can fit anything on here that'll fit within that bed size. You want to put it in this lower right-hand corner. So you can, yeah, this corner here. So not over there, but down here. Now, this one, does anyone have a small book? A book? Yeah, small book. Like that. Oh yeah, this is great. Okay. You can, I'll show you the photo. You can do a small book on this as well. You can take it and put it there and gently hang it over the edge if you have a small book. You're not going to want to do that big book, okay? But you could do that. Okay, so here's, just return that there. Okay, but you can also do single sheets of paper. So this one will be popular with people, applications, resumes, whatever, okay? But one of our former archivists does tons of photos on this, and she prefers this one for photos. It does a really nice photo quality. You're just going to put that there, close the lid, and this one is touchscreen, so you just tap scan, you tap accept, and it scans it. So there's not like tons of choices, like, you know, for settings. You just kind of scan and go. But here it is, okay? If you wanted, you could do another one and another one. But once you have it, if you can plug in a flash drive here and save to a flash drive, or you tap here and you can email it. So what's your email again? It was a J.
J-A-S. Mink, M-I-N-K-E. At Gmail.
Okay. And then I just click OK. All right, and it says image mailed to jsmink@gmail.com successfully. Okay, so you could continue scanning, or you could end session. That will delete it. And I always just tell people to remember to take their original, because they forget a lot with this one. It's easy to do. You know, that one, you can see it. Yeah. All right, thank you. So does anyone have have any questions, and this one, when you get the email, it'll say KIC, KIC. These are just brand names, like, you know, Kleenex for tissue, so. And you might see that the scan comes from like Fort FWL Gen, that would be us, you know, Fort Worth Library Genealogy. But does anyone have any questions about any of these?
Do you know how much that costs?
I don't, but I know DeMario, when he got it from the vendor, when they came in and showed it to him, he was impressed, and he thought of our unit specifically for it. Like, he thought it would be a good fit for, you know, genealogy. He thought that any of our researchers would appreciate it.
You probably get a lot of
I
people
don't
coming in from other
believe it was
departments.
inexpensive. I just don't know, though. So.
You have people coming in from the other departments? to
Yeah,
use it?
yeah, they do. Like, they'll send them down, like I said, especially, gosh, anything where people need to email copies, like they're signing a lease document, or, you know what they do too? Like, they do photos of their driver's license. Like, if you want to take your driver's license and just flip it over, like if you have to send that to someone, you know, no, I'm serious. All of these things people make you submit. So it works good for that. I've had people do insurance cards, driver's license, resumes, documents, letters, you know, so it has this one's good for single sheets of paper too. You know, you could do it on that one, it's just, you know, this one's, it's a little less practical, but it would work.
John was just telling me Dallas Genealogical Society bought $35,000.
Oh, wow, no, I don't think it's that much.
There is another end.
Yeah, no, I think between the two, it would be the book scanner that's going to be the more expensive of the two, but that's going to be very sturdy. The rep said that it was college student proof. And they use them in a lot of academic libraries, and they're very, very sturdy and strong, so the college students can't destroy them. Or, yeah, exactly, I know. But we've never had any issues. Everyone's been very respectful of the equipment.
KIC would be what?
Is that the name of the computer?
Yeah, this one is KIC, Knowledge Imaging Center, I don't know. But this one, you would not be able to get a printout, it's just saving to USB or email. If you need a physical piece of paper, it's gotta be that one. All right.
Do you have any equipment that transfers microfilm to flash drive?
Yeah, this one will do that. So you can put on the roll of microfilm, and you can take a screenshot of the image and save it to a flash drive.
But not the whole?
It's not the high speed, no, not the whole thing at once. So you
One
would,
at a time?
yeah, so you could do an article or like a few pages. I've had people try to copy whole books on microfiche cards. They usually give up. I mean, it would be very tedious.
Oh, I would never give up.
You know, but well, some people will do it, you know. But no, with a whole roll of microfilm, I've seen those where they put them on and it's high speed and it does it. There's nothing like that. You would have to physically do page by page by page, and you couldn't even, like, if it's a newspaper page, you couldn't even do the whole page. Wouldn't fit. It would just be a portion of it. So you would need to do multiples.
You couldn't read it.
Yeah, so it'd be kind of like how we did that stitching. You would have to take multiple shots.
I have a roll of microfilm that I got from the Georgia
State
okay.
Archive.
Yeah.
It's the complete records of a country church there from 1860.
Oh, cool.
So I don't.
You could bring it here.
There, there are places that will do that. I found one, but he didn't really want to. I couldn't get him to. You know, you might check with Fort Worth Camera and ask them if they know of some place you could send it.
Or even
Of
check.
anybody in town.
Or even
Or
check
the
with our
archivist.
archivist, Jennifer might know more so than me, you know.
Is it a copyright problem?
It is not.
I don't think so.
I wouldn't.
Because the
Public records.
It belonged to the Georgia State Archives, and that's why they sold it to me. Had it been one that the Mormons gave them, they wouldn't have let me have it. So, okay.
But you know what, I should qualify that. Now I'm thinking that if you have a page of the newspaper, it'll give you the page and a little bit around it. So you could do a whole newspaper
It's very
page.
hard to read, though.
Yeah, even if it didn't. But yeah.
This would be from 1860,
Yeah.
1870.
And handwritten.
It'd be wonderful. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's handwritten.
But-
It's everyone who joined the church, who was baptized,
Oh,
all that
yeah,
stuff.
that's great. So does anyone have any other questions?
Thank you, Suzanne.
Oh, good.
Wow. It's nice to get down to the department every so often, and we sure did want to know about the flip scanners. And it's about 20 till, so we do need to be making our way out.
And like I said, you know, if you have stuff you want to work on, just bring it down and we'll help you use all the equipment, so don't worry about that. So, Thank you.